Okay, we got the male body standards are out of control from Josh Brett. Okay, what's going on with the male body standards?
For men, today's standards of muscularity are fucking obscene.
We used to.
They have always been obscene. Well, not always, but like clearly you're using movies like that go back to like the 2000s, okay? Like the Brad Pitt Fight Club and shit. But like, bro, you look at movies back in the day, like the male body image was always like shirtless and just stacked full of muscle. What was that one 10 Commandments movie? Like not like the two VHS one, but the one before that. What the freak was it called? The 10 man oh mints movie. I think, is this the one? No, there was another one before this. Oh, what the heck was it? Oh, but it was like Moses, but when he was like a slave or whatever, and you see him in like the pits, like doing work and shit, and he like I don't think it was this movie. Oh, I don't recognize anybody. God dang it. But anyway, that dude was like the most jacked version of like males back in the day, like when it was like first popping off into color. You know, you had scenes of him like outside working, and he's all like hot, sweaty, glistening and shit, and he's just all like muscled out. But granted, it wasn't the same level of like muscled out as it is today, as it was back then, but the concept is still there. And even when Arnold Schwarzenegger started to pop off in the movies, you know, you had the whole 80s action star era of him versus Sylvester Stallone, and all the movies that they were going back and forth on. You know, that was a thing. So the whole male body standards are out of control. Like they've always been out of control. Like the second that I think the human culture realized that like the male chest wasn't like sexualized really. Any chance that they could shoehorn in a scene of like kind of like a muscled out like male like working, you know, and then he's like sweating and shit. It's like, yeah, put that in there. That's hot. The women they'll love that. All right, they've been doing that in the movies like since the beginning of movies.
To aspire to be like Brad Pitt from Fight Club. And now, because of this incessant drive of consumer capitalism, this.
But understandably, I don't know if I realized I don't really know, but like I don't think it was much steroids back then. And obviously, like with the Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger era, it kind of got a little out of hand. But like even before then, like I don't think steroids was like much of a thing. But as time went on, and you saw the era of the '80s, that was like the new norm. I think that was like a big linchpin in like male body standards of Arnold and Sly, them going back and forth, and everyone's like, "Oh shit, that guy's jacked. I gotta start working out." And that was like the first massive wave. And then the more as time goes on, it's like I gotta be more jacked. I gotta be bigger. I gotta be more shredded. You know, I gotta see my abs.
Incessant permeation of our brains subconsciously with social media algorithms.
Physique inflation is very real.
And it seems to be happening at an accelerating rate.
Yeah.
Fitness enthusiasts are concerned.
We are led like sheep into the slaughter to ever more muscular and lean physiques.
Bro, that's crazy.
Point where a great physique 10 years ago can be considered average or
There's no way. This is like the transformed version. Like he's got his glasses off, so that means like he don't need the glasses anymore. But then Bro, when I was a little kid, did I think this was like the jacked version? I think my mind has been like hijacked into thinking that this was like a jacked version of Toby.
Even bad by today's standards.
Mike Chang, Scott Herman, Jeff Nippard, their natural status used to be perceived as highly questionable.
This motherfucker actually claims natty. Is this what a genetic lottery winner looks like? Or is Jeff a lying douche?
Today, people are calling them
Mid-average.
Follow the science-based guys. Why is it that you remain so mediocre, yet you know so much?
a shift we can see in
Because there's no PEDs in the natty body. All right? Like PEDs are like polish. They only make that what is there better. In terms of bodybuilding, you know, PEDs can be used for like other things besides bigger muscles. All right, just look at what do you call it? The cyclist bro, the dude who got popped for that shit. None of those guys looked like they're on steroids, but lo and behold, everybody was.
Baywatch, Marvel movies, amongst modern superheroes, reality TV shows,
And also, if people didn't like that, they wouldn't watch. But what happens? Everybody likes it. So they keep watching, and that's the feedback that Hollywood gets. Everybody loves the big muscle dude. The jacked, the simultaneously massively muscled and shredded dude. But they can't be like too muscular. It can't be like grotesque, right? It's got to like look nice. Okay, they got to be toned.
suspiciously muscular Netflix teenagers.
Can you rate this guy's?
Oh yeah, 10 dad bod. Yeah, C-bum in the off season.
I can't see him. Oh.
What is wrong with you? You think this is a dad bod? Have you seen what most dads actually look like in the real world?
Experts are worried it's an issue that's trickling down from the bodybuilding world. An illusion, driving many to shortcuts.
Hot take, but I think guys being a little overweight like this is attractive. What?
Male body dysmorphia is on track to overtake female body dysmorphia within about 2 decades.
So why are experts worried? It's about to get a lot worse. And how did we end up in this position?
Is that what a man looks like?
Well, how do we get here? Time. Time is one variable. Given enough time, stuff starts to rear their naked head, or stuff starts to rear its ugly head. So what is that thing? Since it's not illegal for guys to just be walking around without their shirts off, they just do, first and foremost. And second of all, being like simultaneously jacked and shredded is like a rarity. Most dudes are not jacked and shredded. You're either one or the other, or you're neither, which is what most people are.
Fight Club was a pivotal film on the turn of the century. People wanted to look like this. Impressive, but also realistic.
Seriously? It's like you're photoshopped.
Back then, performance enhancers carried a heavy stigma.
Take steroids and eventually everyone will see you for what you really are. A fake, a fraud, an asterisk.
An asterisk? Don't be an asterisk.
Each year,
Jesus
pushed to get bigger and leaner, no matter.
Jesus. Freaking crazy. Yep, I think I saw like a video of someone saying that like the general population taking on more like culture of like bodybuilding was Joe Weider doing a good job of marketing for bodybuilding, which is kind of crazy to think about, that all this male body of standard obsession bullshit is just some dude's marketing ploy to make bodybuilding more popular.
To the cost. From Steve Reeves to Jay Cutler, the look became more extreme. So everyday people turned to Hollywood physiques for inspiration. Hugh Jackman.
Which is kind of hilarious to think about, because like, wouldn't the logic be like, if like the big muscly bodybuilder is starting to pop off. It's like, oh, he won the tournament, he won the contest, whatever. Wouldn't people be like trying to like look like that more instead of Hollywood people? But then again, like bodybuilding doesn't have the same pull as like Hollywood movies, though.
Chris Evans, Henry Cavill. But the extreme standards of bodybuilding had already begun to trickle into the mainstream.
There comes a day where being average, being mediocre, is just sickening to you.
Video blogs blew up, then Instagram, focusing the attention on the visual. Fitness wasn't just about health anymore, it was about aesthetics. And this marked the rise.
The aesthetics era, which was kind of the early gym YouTube era. I was around then. It was very cool. It was very like party centric, of like working out hard, and then, you know, it wasn't like bodybuilding level, like massive, being like the biggest guy. It was about just like looking good and having like a good flow to like your body and shit. And that image, where the fuck did it go? With all those dudes, where that?
Fitness wasn't just about health anymore. It was about aesthetics.
Yeah, like right there. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5 horsemen of the aesthetics era. Yeah, I watched like all these guys.
Aesthetics. And this marked the rise of the fitness influencer.
And I just want to share my experiences and advice of what's worked for me, what hasn't worked for me.
More and more influencers joined the scene, but it was ultimately the
and
most
our Lord and Savior, Ziz.
impressive looking, that rose to the top. Genetic outliers, with many suspected of taking shortcuts to get ahead.
Guys like Mike O'Hearn and Simeon Ped, those guys aren't natural, but yet they claim they are, and so they also stand out.
The demand for more impressive physiques was reflected in Hollywood, with the remaking of Baywatch and progression of Chris Hemsworth, Zac Efron, and Hugh Jackman. But people began calling actors out for secretive steroid use.
Reporter Greg here, reporting the news. The Rock's lying! Hello, wake up and smell the freaking coffee!
This kindled the demand for humbleness,
Oh yeah, good old Sam.
honesty, and transparency. So a new type of influencer emerged.
The honest steroid user. Ooh, this is a good chronicling of like what like fitness YouTube has went through. This might as well be called like the history of fitness YouTube.
Sick of fake influencers.
But some people started being a little too transparent.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to teach you some steroid maths.
Perhaps normalizing and glorifying steroid usage. It became less taboo and more accessible, which led to a sharp rise in young users.
That's why I went viral originally in short form, because nobody ever thought about posting videos of them injecting steroids and then working out.
That is without a doubt the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Some influencers began to use Photoshop and camera.
Oh yeah, with the wobbly lines of like, look right here. Look at how the reality, this dude is so skinny and his aesthetics are so aesthetic that they literally just warp the fabric of reality around him. See, this side you don't know it, you can't notice it as much because he's like this side's behind like a pure white wall, but this is egregious.
Tricks to stand out.
These aren't the only people in industry doing this. Check your newsfeed. If you follow a lot of fitness people, I guarantee you will find more that are doing this now that you're made mentally aware of it.
This became such a problem. The Instagram versus reality subreddit gained.
Oh yeah, and also filters. He'll probably touch on filters. Like it's super easy to tell when someone uses a filter because, well, number one, they're standing in like the overhead lighting. Well, that's number one, and then number two, I don't even know what the filter is called because I never used it. But there's like some filter that makes the shadows darker and more sharp. So like if there's like a shadow anywhere on your body, it's like more black. And then if there's like a highlight on your body, where it's just like where the sun is like, or the light source is like the strongest, it'll show up almost seemingly white. If you look at how shadows and highlights are cast on normal people, or look at you right now, there's literally no part of your body that is highlighted in pure white. All right, not at all. But understandably, when I was a little kid, I would have fallen for this 100% because I didn't know better.
And over 1 million followers, exposing many people for using filters and tricks.
Do I even need to draw the lines to show this is edited?
But what people watch.
And I just made like a crazy comparison because like in video games, which is hilarious, who are the best people that we consider like the best in video games or just like in real life for like sports or contests? Well, the people that actually participate in the competitive aspect of it, those are the guys that get all the cred, all right? Because they go through the rigmarole of versing other people, all right? All those people that you see on like your favorite social media is about the same thing fitness-wise as like a gun or a shooting montage in like pick your favorite shooting game. Like, yeah, it's just highlights. Of course, it's like the best shots because they're like cherry picked from like hundreds or not hundreds, but like a week's worth of footage or however long it took you to farm it or whatever. But are you participating in tournaments to prove that you're like the best? No? Well, then why should I give a shit about you then? Same thing for fitness influencers. Yeah, you can look good in like the best lighting, the best filter. You got a little pump going, whatever. You're just by yourself. You can angle yourself a little bit better. But like, unless you're doing a competition or a contest against other people, you ain't shit.
Train the algorithm, so social media learn exactly how to keep you scrolling. Now, if you ask ChatGPT for the average male that goes to the gym regularly, you're presented with this.
Jesus.
There's nothing average about this body for
Yeah. Fuck me. Okay, what about for the average male that goes to the gym regularly? Bro, that's crazy. That's like a dude that's in great shape. I don't look like that. He's got like visible abs. Damn, for a 35 to 40-year-old male? Holy shit. Bro, that's crazy.
a 35 to 40-year-old male who goes to the gym regularly.
It worked this out from the internet, where edited and optimized bodies aren't rare, they're the standard. Body dysmorphia.
Yeah, and you know everyone that is like showing off the abs, they're flexing the shit out of their abs. They're not showing up for a picture just relaxing and chilling.
Is becoming a cultural aesthetic as opposed to a mental health.
Bigorexia.
To many, natural doesn't even look normal anymore. As highlighted by the recent trend, showing long-time lifters revealing their physiques in natural light, only to face brutal criticism. This is what 8 years of training looks like. Achievable in 1 year. This is 13 years of consistency.
Jesus.
13 years. You can easily achieve this in 2 years.
Yeah, these guys look sick. Are you kidding me? This dude probably had to diet down to look like this with all the like little serratuses, like little horseshoe tricep right there. And look, he got like a little bit of the death face going.
2 to 3 years. We're talking about bodybuilders here.
Oh yeah, he's shredded as fuck, dude. Look at that shit. And look at there, like you can kind of tell like with how paper thin the skin is.
I personally don't think it's surprising that so many younger people are taking a metric fuckload of anabolic steroids.
Yeah, while some worry about physique inflation, others argue we're glorifying obesity. To understand what's really happening.
Ooh, that's a good point. The body positivity movement versus the male body standards are out of control. Ooh, where's he gonna go with this? This is interesting.
We need to look at the data. Is the average man actually getting fitter?
Probably not. But if we look at Google Trends, and we look at gym membership. I've seen this from a video. This is actually crazy. And then we sort by last 5 years. Look at this. It's going up. And it's fucking going up again. God damn it. All right, guys. Can you not go to the gym? Like, I go to the gym and I like using like all the machines, and I get like pissed whenever someone's on my machine. I gotta like modify the damn workout because like there's so many people. Can you guys like just stay home or something? Or yeah, that'd be great. But anyway, gym membership. This is just a search term. It's been going up over the last 5 years. Look at the trend. The trend is upright. What? Average man, what is he?
The average American is 5'9", 200 pounds, with a 40.5-inch waist, putting body fat between 20 and 30%.
Ooh.
Obesity is on the rise. The average American eats around 3,500 calories a day and takes just 4,800 steps. No wonder health span is falling. In fact,
what? Health span is falling? Wait, what?
Just 4,800 steps. No wonder
health span to lifespan gap. I thought the lifespan was like of everyone was going up. This is kind of confusing to me because like with technology and modern medicine, it's like people are just living longer. But what, you're telling me now that there's like what, since the pandemic, it's everyone is just going to shit?
health span is falling. In fact, 1 in 4 people can't do a full squat, and 1 in 3 can't manage a single push-up, according to a UK.
Yeah, that's probably because of all the sitting. And then, you know, because like when you sit, like your hamstrings get weaker, your glutes get weaker. I forgot that one muscle on the front part of your thigh. That one gets weaker as well. Or it doesn't get weaker, it gets tighter because you're sitting in like this, like that way. You're like constantly like shortening it. And so whenever you go to stretch, it's like, tight, ow.
Fitness report. But the average fitness enthusiast is likely more muscular thanks to better information, equipment, and resources.
Oh shit. You know what this sounds like? This sounds like an instance of this graph yet again. Oh, this graph. I was gonna say giraffe. Oh, this graph is gonna kill me. Bop. 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 There's the start. There's the end. And where do I want to go with this? Let's go something like this. That graph. This sounds like yet another instance of this shape. Most people are like right over here. Most people are over here. But if you stay in it long enough and you get like dedicated and you stay dedicated for long enough, you will eventually transfer over here. And then as you start to rise and climb, you will just separate yourself so much. It sounds like yet another instance of life can literally be decided by this graph. I fucking hate this graph.
Since the fitness industry has made things easier, if we look to powerlifting data, the average bench is somewhere around 250 to 300 pounds, squat 350 to 400, and deadlift 425 to 475 pounds. But those are trained competitive athletes. It's like comparing your reading speed to someone in a book club. The average 5K time for men, around 29 minutes. And that's only amongst those. It's enough to sign up to a race. Here's what the average American man looked like in 2011.
Oh boy.
The truth is, the average person looks nothing like the physiques that we're constantly being shown online. It's becoming rarer for people to maintain a healthy weight. And it's this stark, widening contrast that experts are worried about.
deeper consequences.
16.
16? But are you natty or not, bro?
Not natty.
Oh yeah, like the random like teenager that is just like, oh, I'm an IFBB pro. Yeah, that guy.
Oh, I respect the honesty, bro.
Today, there's more teenagers doing steroids than ever before. People with barely.
I think this is about like the male synonymous thing as when a mid or like kind of hot girl discovers that you could do OnlyFans and not have to work a day in your life. This is the male version of it. Just take steroids, work out a shit ton, become a fitness influencer, never reveal that you're natty or not natty, and then just reap the benefits. It's the same thing.
Been training, jumping straight to enhancements.
There's nothing respectable about taking gear at 16 years old. Period.
The rise of people using steroids while claiming.
Oh yeah, the liver king. The liver scam. Scam king.
Claiming they're natural, or just eat chicken, broccoli, and rice, is fueling unrealistic expectations, leading many to give up on their fitness routines altogether. Reckless.
Yeah, and I've been watching like fitness YouTube forever, so I know all about this. Like, if you're just getting into the gym, you don't know the history of all this, of fitness YouTube and who's taking steroids, who's not taking steroids. Oh, that's Hollywood. That's just literally what they're doing. They're just eating chicken, broccoli, rice. And if I eat chicken, broccoli, rice, I'm going to look like Chris Hemsworth in Thor 3. It's like, no, that is the most massive delusional thing you could ever be told.
Performance-enhancing drug use and poor mental health. Perhaps a greater issue is not
what is going on here,
but deflation, where people think they need TRT or steroids to gain a bit of muscle and look good. Patience is a dying art on social media.
For all the years up to this point, what people focused on was nutrition, workout routines. There is such a disturbing trend right now where those search terms and even those interests have been replaced by TRT, SARMs, peptides, Ozempic.
A recent study
found
that the
Ozempic.
fitness advice given by the most followed fitness
The whole Ozempic thing, bro. Everybody's. I can't say everyone's doing Ozempic, but like if you got like the moment you got money and you want to like fix yourself up, Ozempic is one of the bullet points that most people do. Try to, get themselves a little more healthy looking. What's it called? A GLP-1 agonist or antagonist? I don't fucking know. Don't quote me. And then, because you see like these people that are like doing some of these pills, and it's the most mental gymnastics that you can possibly imagine a person can do to not work out. All I gotta do is just take a pill, and just eat a little bit healthier, and then I just lose weight. Wow, I don't have to go to the gym.
influences is often either harmful or lacks credibility. Hardly a surprise when the most extreme stuff rises to the top. Fitness is becoming less about health and more about performance.
Yep, that was a crazy viral video. It's at 700 million, god dang.
A hyper-reality crafted to maximize views. This is why people are suggesting that fitness influencers are a plague on getting
But let me see this. Fitness influencers are a plague on getting fit. When you start working out, I started 45 years ago, you look for help, and times you probably might go to a bookstore, fitness aisle, look through blah, blah, blah. But now you got YouTuber or TikTok. Isn't TikTok with a K? And watch influencers, a term I really hate. You want to influence me? Don't tell me it's your profession. Let's see. And they all tend to contradict each other. For example, a back exercise. The following is what I could find from any number of influencers. Deadlifts will give you massive back. Deadlifts are useless for giving massive back muscles. Deadlifts will hurt you back, and it is simply not worth the risk. I remember that one. Deadlifts need to be done in the 4 to 6 range. Deadlifts need to be done in the 10 to 12 range. Anything else will be useless. Yeah, literally everything. I've heard everything. I could probably add some more bullshit to this.
looking fit. It's why what Martin Birkin coined fuck-arounditis is still such a problem.
Fuck-arounditis?
Need to avoid consistent effort and focus on unproductive activities, resulting in a lack of progress towards a goal. It's not one person's fault, but a deeper consequence of fitness social media. If you're not shredded, you have a dad bod. Bear in mind, many of these people are Hollywood superheroes, some of which have probably taken steroids. And this is literally Superman. However, a large reason these sort of posts go viral is because they're such wild takes. Regardless, there's a clear rising pressure for men. A study found 22% of men, aged 18 to 24, show signs of muscle-focused eating disorders. Even the
eating disorders, holy shit.
godfather of American fitness grew concerned about the mental benefits of exercise being
Oh, Jack LaLanne. Yep. This like I still say this shit from Jack. What is it? If man made it, don't eat it. Or wait. And if it tastes good, spit it out. That was one of the things that Jack always said.
Neglected, as the television was first invented.
Well, this is what I think. People have gotten so far away from the natural way they should be living that they have lost the ability to be happy anymore.
This sounds like some bullshit from Liver King. All I need to hear is that you got to be like spout out some ancestral tenets. And you know what? I think Liver King watched like a little bit of Jack LaLanne. He's like, yeah, let me expound on that. So like, while I did not watch Jack LaLanne when I was a little kid, Jack LaLanne was a name that popped up when I was like, got into like, getting more into fitness, like back like 15, 20 years ago or whatever. And I was like, wow, it's a pretty fit dude for someone in black and white.
Because you cannot separate the mind and the body. It's an impossibility. Exercise is not only to make you more beautiful, more glamorous, but the therapeutic value of exercise, how it relieves nervous tension, how it increases your pep, your energy, and your vitality. That's the wonders of exercise.
This is why for my own transformation, I limited the time I spent on social media, and it helped a ton. I didn't end up looking like Ashton Hall, perhaps because I didn't wake up at 3 AM, but I'm no longer built like E.T., because I actually stuck to my routine.
You only fail if you stop.
Gym inflation might be a thing on social media and in comment sections, but in reality, things seem to be heading the other way. Most of the people mocking top-tier physiques or real fitness progress are just online too much, caught up in an echo chamber, inflated by physique inflation.
Like that is one thing I do not, what do you call it? I am not jealous of being born in the age of like internet, because like I'm 35 and I still remember a time before the internet. And so I was like lucky enough to see like what it looked like before and during and after. So I just see it all. But bro, if I was like a little kid and I just have internet and I have like an iPad, like if I was an iPad kid, like bro, that's just a different human.
That's why curating your media diet is crucial. Follow people who actually benefit you, not negatively warp your perspective.
The term influence means to have an effect on the character or development of someone. Be mindful of who you follow and be careful of who you let influence you.
Be proud of your own progress.
I can't bench 315. My arms aren't 26 inches. My body fat is above 7%. Most people don't even exercise regularly. You're doing great.
Remember that a vast industry profits off your insecurity. In other words, it's best to focus on your own habits, because it's hard to worry about other people's grass being greener when you're more focused on watering your own.
They did not put that scene in Hank Hill. Or what was that show called? King of the Hill? There's no way him putting the hose up to his head. Dang, dude, that's crazy. I mean, and if we can look to the past to see what we are going to see in the future, is it going to be this more the case in the future with the advent of AI? I mean, because AI can just make everything perfect. The person don't gotta even be real. Like, make this dude doing this pose in this lighting at 5% body fat. Okay, now make it more shredded to do 4 or 3% body fat. Okay, that's too shredded. Back it off a little bit. and then you can like pick and choose. I mean, granted, AI is still like AIing. We've come a long way since Will Smith eating spaghetti, but it's really close. We are coming out of that uncanny valley. But like, I mean, I could kind of tell like what is and is not AI, kind of. But bro, give it like another 6 months, another year, and like, damn, it's gonna be like so good. Ugh. I mean, and I am so thankful like this video was not titled female body standards, because I do not want to be going through anything like that. Like, female body standards are like, were also out of control on day one. They were out of control before there was even TV. Right? Because like they had those corsets that you can just like maximally cinch to make the waist do like the hourglass thing, and that's just like, that was before TV, dude. Like during TV, you saw like dudes with like no shirt, just sweating, like glistening in the sun. Like, I can't think of anything like male body standard wise before TV. Women have been getting the fucking ass end of it before. So, damn, that's even crazier. I do not want to be sucked up in that algorithm. Sheesh. But yeah. Good video. Josh Brett with another banger. But yeah, man, keep it up. You're doing great. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, later.